So good day everyone, I'm Mr. Martin Melagrito from BTLED 3 and for today's video I'm going to share some knowledge that can serve as a prior learning about printing technology. So if you want to learn something new, just keep on watching and don't forget to share this video to your friend or loved ones for them to also learn about printing technology. So if you're ready, let's start from the beginning. So printing is a process for mass reproducing text and image using a master form or template. The earliest non-paper products involving printing include cylinder seals and objects such as Cirrus cylinder and the cylinder of Nabonidus. The earliest known form of printing as applied to paper was woodblock printing, which appeared in China before 220 AD. For clothing printing, however, it would not be applied to paper until the 7th century. Later development in printing technology include the movable type invented by B. Sheng around 1040 AD and the printing press invented by Johannes Gutenberg in the 15th century. The technology of printing played a key role in the development of the Renaissance and the scientific revolution and laid the material basis for the modern knowledge-based economy and the spread of learning to the masses. In the field of printing technology, we have a variety of way on how we do printing, and first on the list are the offset lithography and often used for rough surface media, for example, wood, canvas, and cloth. Versatile method, so can also be used for books, paper, stationery, and more also known as offset printing or litho. Offset lithography is a very popular method of mass production printing. It involves printing plates, usually made from aluminum, which each hold an image of the content that needs to be printed. These plates are then transferred offset onto rollers rather or rubber blankets before going onto the print media, which can be any type of paper you want. The print media doesn't come into contact with the metal plates, which extend the life of the plates as well as the flexible material of the rollers or rubber blankets. Means offset lithography can be used on any media with raw surface. Offset lithography is a great of producing consistently high quality image and can be used for small or high volume print jobs. It's also a versatile choice as it can print on any flat surface, regardless of whether it's smooth like paper or rough like canvas. So for our next is the plexography, often used for packaging and labels. Anything with continuous pattern, example wallpaper and gift wrap. Plexographic printing is the modern version of letterpress printing and is commonly used for printing on uneven surface. This style of printing uses quick drying, semi-liquid inks, and can be used for high volume jobs. Flexible photopolymer printing plates wrapped around rotating cylinder on a web press are used. These ink plates have a slightly raised image of the content on them and are rotated at high speed to transfer the image onto the print media. So if you are wondering what some of this word mean, check out our glossary of overprinting terms explained in everyday language. So plexography is a popular choice for its high express speeds, suitability for long runs, and availability to print on a huge range of media, including plastic, cellophane, and metallic film. Next is the digital printing. It is usually used for poster and signage, labels, newsletter, menus, and letters. Digital printing is a modern method that covers a variety of different techniques, including inkjet, printing, and laser. In digital printing, images are sent directly to the printer rather, using digital files such as PDFs that eliminates the need for a printing plate, which is used in other types of printing such as lithography and can save time and money unless you are printing in larger numbers. So in digital printing allows for quick turnaround and allows business to print on demand. It's also great for small run jobs. Requests can be made for a little as one print. If you choose digital printing for the right job, it can make for a cost-effective method that still produce high-quality prints similar to that of the other bigger scale options. Next is the large format. It is usually used for billboards, poster, vinyl banners, wallpapers, and murals, floor graphics, and laminating. As the name might suggest, large format printing exists to produce maximum print roll width, perfect for traditional advertising, mediums, and business who are looking to make a huge impact on their customers. These printing methods give you with a much bigger area to work on, as opposed to the other methods such as digital printing, rather than printing onto individual sheets. Large format printing uses rolls of prints that are fed incrementally to produce one large sheet. For large print media such as building wraps, billboards, banners, and murals, large format printing is the best options. The other printing methods will not be able to produce as large material. Most businesses use large format media to produce flat item which can be hung on a wall. But they can also folded or made to stand freely. Next is the screen printing. It is usually used for printing logos and graphics onto clothes, fabric banners, and posters. Screen printing is a printing techniques where fine material or mesh is used to transfer an image onto another material. The mesh is stretched out so it creates a screen and ink is pressed against it in order to successfully print the image. Popularly used to print graphics onto the clothes and other pieces of fabric. Screen printing can also be used for paper and metal. There's a lot of setting up required with screen printing, so it's best used for printing repeat item in bulk. It's not very cost effective for small number orders, but if you need a lot of the same image, it's a highly cost effective method of printing. Next is the 3D printing. It is usually used for promotion and marketing freebies, novelty items, display items, and toy figurines. Since the 1980s, 3D printing has allowed us to print three-dimensional objects, which can be a great way to make an impact on your audience. The desired object of various shapes and sizes are created using digital model data from 3D models or electronic sources such as an additive manufacturing file. Additive compound mixture are then fused together to produce this 3D object. 3D printers have continued to get more and more sophisticated today. Even items with interior moving parts can be printed. After the details have been worked out on a computer program such as CAD, minuscule layers are printed on top of each other using a special plastic substance. For our next is the LED UV printing. It is usually used for newsletters, poster, and leaflets, and magazine, catalog, brochure, and prospectuses and stationery. LED UV printing is a method that's becoming increasingly popular among business due to its extremely high quality prints and quick turnaround times. It's a form of digital printing that uses UV or ultraviolet rays lights to dry the ink as it's being printed. The drying process, also known as the UV curing, is unique and sets it apart from the other printing methods because it's instantaneous and prevents the ink from sinking into the material. So what are the results? You no longer have to wait for the ink to dry, which saves time and the colors come out looking much sharper and clearer. LED UV is eco-friendly as it uses less power than traditional print machine And unlike many of the others method, it's not limited to the type of stock printing materials or to certain print jobs. Its versatility means it's ideal for a wide range of projects including brochures, catalog, prospectuses, and posters. Because of its ability to instantly dry ink and produce bright, vivid colors, it can turn an ordinary products into a luxury, high quality product that is attention grabbing. So that's all for different types kind of printing technology. So again, that's are the offset lithography, flexography, digital printing, large format, screen printing, 3D printing, and the last one is the LED UV printing. So now I am discussing the trend and issues of printing technology. So letter A is 3D printing will penetrate into different sectors. So one of the latest and emerging digital printing trends in the market that is running successfully by making use of the additive manufacturing process or 3D printing, we can produce three-dimensional objects. The 3D printing technology has a pivotal role to play in various industries. A lot of internal process which appeared quite intricate with 2D printing are simplified with this new printing industry trend. However, be it the manufacturing or even medical, there are quite a few industries where 3D printing can penetrate into. So, next is the expertise in IT will be key. Acquiring IT providers can be an effective means for manufacturers or large channel organizations in gaining the support, expertise, and specialized, specialized sales required in the world of digital disruption. As per industry research, businesses will favor IT services providers over traditional print suppliers by 2025. As such, we experience IT services providers or organically. This would allow for access to a broader product portfolio link print security as part of an overall managed security service offering. So letter C is the sheet-fed digital printing. A relatively new concept in the printing industry and is quite a few new systems that have already hit the shelf. Some of the renowned vendors such as Konica, Screen, HP, Minolta, Fujifilm have already adopted this printing industry trend. The commercial printing companies would be benefited by this sheet of fed digital printing as they would have ability to print close to B2 707 multiplied by 500 millimeter sheets. This would completely transform the way in which companies go about their printing business. However, the cost of digital printing is going down and the format sizes are expanding. So letter D is the print security spending will be fueled by IoT. So IoT type security vulnerabilities on printers could prove to be a danger as cyber attacks exploiting IoT continue to become more common when maintaining security. There are many challenges with mixed fleet on printers. Both old new although General Data Protection Regulation or GDPR has driven print security improvements, some organizations, however, lack the knowledge of security risks posed by multifunction printers. The confidential information stored on print devices can be accessed by attackers who can use them as network access points. Much like other network IoT devices, the MPS providers, as part of their service offerings, maintain and manage print devices through the cloud and put out patches to ensure security. Using patch management through the cloud, a vendor is unexpected to know about the vulnerability rather first and fix it as soon as possible. Better is the cost-effective printing of prime demand. The aspect of cost effectiveness is generally stressed upon more by an average printer user when compared to the advanced features that the modern day printer include these days. The concept of printing is just not restricted to the workplace, but it has become an integral part of our home as well. Keeping in mind about the home-based users, most of the printer manufacturers are coming up with cost-effective printers. So for letter F is the erasable printing technology. So multinational Toshiba demonstrated the first prototype of the erasable printing technology. All the contents that are showcased on a piece of paper are automatically erased with this technology. This whole concept of erasable technology was taken from the technology that was proposed for pilot pens. A revolutionary technology where users do not have to worry about the incorrect printing material. You just have to put it back into the printer and the content will be erased. For letter G, security printing. This is one of the common needs of every organization in the printing industry. Without having a stringent security system, no firm or organization can function. In this respect, a lot of stern and dramatic changes have been made. It has become vital to implement some hard steps in order to enhance the security. Due to the increased numbers of threats, advanced substrate, 2D barcoding, biometrics, unique link are some of the recent advances that are being made in security planning. For letter H is the cloud printing. This printing industry trend is utilized by quite a few business organizations. However, it's still not utilized completely. This new technology is going to be adopted by more and more people as it gives them the ability to use their tablets, computers, and smartphone for going about the printing job. The cloud printing services are being offered by most of the companies that will allow your printers to connect to the cloud servers. When compared with buying the expensive servers and resources, cloud printing is a cost-effective alternative. As per industry reported titled, Printed Electronics Market by Material, Technology, Devices, Industry and Geography. Global forecast to 2023, it states that from USD 6.8 billion in 2018. The printed electronics market is estimated to reach 13.6 billion US dollars by 2023 at a CAGR of 14.92% during 2018 to 2023. Within the help of this article, you will get to know of the latest printing industry trends in the printing technology. And there's a huge possibility that you will find quite latest printing industry trends in the coming years. As the world of printing is in a state of constant evolution, ensuring cost-effective and high-quality print outputs is the main objective of the development made in the printing world. So for our next topic, the uses and application of printing technology that help us in building up eating in an easiest but effective way than a manual way of designing a new thing. But today I will be focusing on 3D or three-dimensional printing because it is one of the usual way that used by experts, especially in terms of first is the education. The benefits of 3D printing for education are that it helps better prepare students for their future by allowing students to create prototypes without the need of expensive tooling. Students learn about 3D printing application by designing and producing models they can actually hold. For number two is the prototyping and manufacturing. It helps to save time because before we do a prototype using the traditional way, that approximately takes a lot of time. 3D printing technology greatly reduces the lead time required in traditional manufacturing, allowing a prototype to be fabricated in hours or not weeks and at a fraction of the cost. Though automotive and aerospace industries are just two industries involved in manufacturing taking advantage of advanced in 3D printing technologies. For our third is the medicine. With 3D printing, measured prosthetic can be modeled and printed at significantly lower cost. 3D printing application in medicine are also used for producing metal orthopedic implants due to 3D printing's capabilities for creating for surface these types of implants more easily integrate with the patient's own natural bones, allowing them to grow into the implant. For number 4 is the construction. 3D printing applications that are used in construction include extrusion, concrete, cement, wax, foam, and polymers. Powder banding, polymer band, reactive band, and sintering, and additive welding. And 3D printing in construction has a wide array of application in the private, commercial, industrial, and public sectors. Advantage of these technologies include allowing more complexity and accuracy, faster construction, lower labor costs, greater function integration, and less waste. Did you know, guys, if you have a talent or you are expert in the field of printing technology, you can able to work as a as a printing supervisor, manager printing on textile company, engineer screen room printing, cloud technology specialist, and printing training engineer, and senior software engineer cloud technology. So that would be all for today's, guys. I hope you learned something from me, and thank you for listening. Bye.